Let's run down and go get welding rods. Let's go to Nolata's first, go get welding rods. See, he cut all of those. Man, we'll just transfer these pieces down. So good morning, by the way. Good morning. Just transfer those so we don't trip on them. Hey, Junior, y'all, Nardo, y'all start stripping this form off right here while Mike and I are gone. Good morning. See, Marvin's heading out to check on the cows. Melinda's turned the chickens loose. The crew's showing up here to get their new work week started. And I'm spilling coffee. Yeah. And Mike and I are going to run up to the hardware store, buy some welding rods so he can finish this project this morning. Hope all of you are doing good today, wherever you're at and whenever you're watching. It's a beautiful sunny day here on the beach.
Good morning. Hi guys, welcome to our vlog. Hi vlog, welcome to our guys. Welcome to Nolata's Hardware. Go-vlog ito si Ching.
Good morning. Hey, so yeah, those 6013s, but the bigger ones, do you have those? The 1.8. How many kilos is in one box? Is it 5 kilos? Huh?
1 kilo per box.
Oh, you got those small boxes?
Yeah.
You don't have the big box?
That's only 6011.
You got.
We have 5 kilos in one box. 6011.
What size? 1.8?
122.
Can I see that? Yeah, let me see that. Y'all see this insulation? Truck's loud. You see this insulation? Y'all remember this right here, and we'll talk about this later, okay? We'll talk about it. It's looking good. The downside is that this roof up here, that's not closed in. That's not a closed in house, okay? That's a open deck up there. And I'm gonna jump ship here just for a second and comment on that. I had a commenter wrote, I would have left, I would have had a flat roof deck, is what he said. I would have had a flat roof deck like your neighbor next door, the White House right there next door to me. That's what our house has. It has flat roof deck. But they can't use their roof deck. It's scorching hot up there. This is the Philippines. This is the hot tropics. And you got one or two things happening. It's hot and it's sunny, or it is pouring down rain. And both of those things keep you from being able to enjoy your roof deck. We don't have this really temperate climate where it's just like staying in the 60s and 70s and maybe get up in the low 80s every once in a while. Or you go out there and you're beautiful in the morning in the 50s and all. We don't have all that. You might be able to get up early in the morning at 4:35 a.m. and go up there and enjoy it until about 7:30, and then you're ran out of there, and it's no good again till late in the evening. It's the tropics. It's rainy here, and storms just pop up. You can't leave anything sitting out. So what use is those big flat decks if you can't truly use them? Then the next thing is the sun beating down on them, okay? Beating down on that concrete deck. Back early in this build, everybody wanted to know what I was going to do about the heat, what I was going to do about the heat. Well, guys, that's why I said, you'll see. I just kept saying, you'll see. That's why I built those columns that was standing up everywhere, because we're going to put it under roof. And I had thought about even doing a heat exchange into my cistern pumping water from that cistern using like a geothermal type situation and extract that heat off of that roof, out of that concrete, down into that cistern. But I eventually abandoned that idea. I didn't want to worry about if a pipe got punched with the way that they just drill in or nail in here into concrete just willy-nilly without knowing what's on the other side. Bottom line, it came down, it wasn't worth it. Plus, if you drain the cistern down, say you need the water in the cistern, you drain it down, now there's nothing in there to do a heat exchange with. I'm not going to go run it down in my well water and warm up my well water, which makes bacteria grow faster. So I abandoned that little idea right there, okay? We're going to go back to talking about that insulation and the metal. The problem with any installations, no matter if it's the fiberglass with the poly backing, if it's that e-foil, if it's this foam with the foil backing and all on it, is the UV rays will destroy it. It will destroy it. And even though you think it's under the roof and the UV rays, even with that shaded or not getting to it, you're wrong. Even the reflection off the walls and different things and around the edges, it gets to it. I've got first-hand experience with this. We had a nightmare with it back in the US, and I can see, you see this little house right here, they built this kitchen. Let me walk over here and show you something. So out here they built this little dirty kitchen, and what do you see up here flapping everywhere? What do you see? Look up back in there. You see back up in there? That's what's left of that insulation sandwiched in right there. It's because the sunlight got it. Once the sun gets it, starts deteriorating, any of it hanging down, then the wind also joins in on it, and it just becomes a total failure. You don't want that right direct against that heat either. It's no good. It's just no good. It's not a good way to do it. You're better to have that down where there's a spacing. Now I'm talking about if it's open to the sun, okay, to the elements. You're better than just not to have it. You got a breeze underneath there. Let the heat dissipate off the bottom. It's just a roof deck roof. The best thing you can do is use a light color, either like a galvalume or a white, and no dark colors, because the dark colors are going to absorb that heat and it's going to be much hotter. That's why white vehicles are so popular. We parked a black truck or a blue truck or a green truck next to this white truck, and we checked the temperature on it, or you can just do it with a hand test. Massive difference. You can touch this bed liner right here versus this white paint. Massive difference. It's the best thing you can do. Now, if it's enclosed and you have an attic and it's enclosed and no sunlight can get to it, you could probably get away with a little bit more on that. If there's no sunlight getting to it, period. But if there is, it's all over with. And there it is. You got all the steps welded in. Yeah, you have to pop it all the way around. All the way around the street. Like that. Yeah. Take this back downstairs. I'm gonna spray some WD-40 on that. Like it. We'll make a handrail. I'm gonna go see if I can find some round stock, but I'm gonna make a handrail come down at least one side. Yeah. We'll attach it down here. Yeah, probably a tube or solid round stock steel or something. Yeah. We're continuing with that little wall, just like this wall between the columns. The same thing here, and we're doing the same thing between these others. The guys are also doing the chicken wire thing again right here on the steel. And people ask, like, why didn't I put somebody asked, why didn't I cast pour it? Well, because we don't need all that weight right there. This is just going to be a couple inches thick right here with this rendering like this. Someone asked why I didn't hollow block it. Same thing. Why would I need to put a big old hollow block heavy structure, a big cast wall? This is just a little siding, just like when you're closing the end of a gable roof or something. It's just being used like a siding, only much stronger, longer, weather resistant. So they've got it prepped up here, and I think they're about to start rendering it now. And that's all we needed, and that closes these little places in, and it's lightweight. My setting steel over here on this side. These steps, we're going to fill these full of cement, and I'm actually going to take some of that tile scraps that we use from around the decks on the house, and it's got a nice rough texture to it, and we're going to put the tile in right on these. Yeah, tile it all in nice, and we're going to paint all of this up really nice, and then we'll have this nice ladder coming up here. Then right now it's not so nice because it's hollow in the middle where you're stepping on it. And we'll get handrails. I'll say again, this is going to get a hatch door. I'll probably have them break and make me one up in the city with hinges on it, and it'll have a hasp on it that I can lock it, that nobody will be able to get up here and endanger themselves up here on this. I'm not sure what's happening yet, but I'm gonna zoom up here. I'm gonna zoom one more time. Y'all see all that new hollow block fence right down through there? There's a property that's maybe 30, 40 foot wide between the subdivision and over there where that brand new hollow block fence is, and that goes all the way from the highway. Let me pull back. It goes all the way from the highway up there, going normal mode, all the way from the highway, all the way back here to the beach. And they cleared out trees. They've made people move their structures, stuff they had sticking over on their property. And they're down here even right now, right up against the house. Let me get here where you can see it. They're down there working right now. They have built a brand new hollow block with columns fence all the way from the highway to all the way back here. And let me tell you, that's not a cheap endeavor. That is a lot of fence. I mean, it's as long as our subdivision fence. Well, it's another end of a day here at Las Conchas del Mar, at least as far as the work on the house or anything goes. Look at these just beautiful flowers here. Boy, say hi, Mel.
Hi.
Oh my God. OA. And I tell you what's cool about this is it's like it has a bloom within a bloom. Look at that. A pretty little bloom within a bloom. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. Just look at that. A bloom within a bloom. Pretty cool. We'll see you on the next one.